Hey guys, Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and I've got an estate sale to go to. It's the only show in town. We are long since done with garage sales here in Montana, so when a estate sale pops up, I'm going to go check it out. It looks like it's one run by just the family. It's not a company-run thing, so it could be good, it could be bad. I mean, it depends on the prices I see in here. I don't know. Every once in a while, the family runs are better. You can swing a deal with those folks sometimes, so we'll see what's in there. The ad was just posted up on Facebook earlier in the week. Didn't really see any advertising anywhere else, so I don't know how many people are going to be here, even though it is the only show in town right now. So let's go in there. I'm going to drive past it, and you can see what the place looks like, and then we'll circle back around and park. And I'll go see if there are any treasures. I don't know if I'll be able to film in there because it looks like pretty small houses over here. It might be kind of cramped, but in either case, I will show you what we got when we're done. Let's go check it out. So there is a line of cars here. There to the left. There to the left is the house. I gotta find somewhere to park. This is what happens when you do this part-time and you can't come right when these things open. I was right. It was a pretty small place, lots of family in there, lots of people in there, so would have made it really tough to do any kind of video while I was picking through stuff. But I got some good stuff in there. There's a pretty good amount of some meat and potatoes kind of stuff, but I think we got at least one home run out of there. I'm hoping as long as everything is there and everything works. I'm thinking we might have turned a pretty big profit. So I got to drop off some stuff here at the post office. We've got about 5 things that have to go out today. I'm going to drop them off. Then we'll zip home and we'll go over the stuff that I found and show you. For some of it, I'll look up some quick comps so that I can put up some solds on the side and show you what I can expect some of this stuff to go for. Back home, and it's time to go over the stuff that we found. So figured it's a nice day out. It's like 40 degrees. It's beautiful. So let's just do it outside, right? Do it outside here at the car. First thing that I got there's actually 2 of these. We got this guy and we got this guy. Now you look at these and you think just jack-o'-lanterns, right? It's the thing you get your candy in. Kids get your candy in. Well, if you look at the bottom here, I don't know if you probably can't see that out here. But this is General Foam Plastics. That's what you want to look for, General Foam Plastics. Now this one is pretty basic, but the black one, that's a little bit more rare. Those ones are harder to find. They also have a purple one with like black eyes and nose and mouth and everything. I've actually sold the purple one. Kind of a bummer because I could have held on to it and made a set, and I think that's what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to sell this one and the orange one, put them together. They can sell on their own for like 15 bucks. It's probably going to sit a while now. I'm going to have to wait till the fall, but they are going to move, and I think I can sell them as a set, and we might be looking at like 20 or 25 bucks plus shipping. So not bad on that. And I'll go over what we paid for everything when I'm done here because we got a smoking deal. Next thing that we got, this thing, there are actually no comps for this, at least that I could find at a very quick search. Mickey Band. Now there are the company down here, that's the company. I think it's an Italian company, Bon Tempi. So obviously a vintage piece, open box, but it looks like actually this has never been used. So like I said, no exact comps for this. There are some Mickey Mouse harmonicas, some flutes, some various, this company and various individuals, but we've got like a little keyboard and a harmonica and a recorder. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll look into this. This could be a $25-$30 piece. We'll see. It's probably gonna move slow, but for the deal we got it for, it was definitely worth throwing in. Next thing that we got, another thing that's not super high end, but we've got an old, I'm gonna see if we can hold this up without spilling it. Ooh. Scrabble, right? So it's just an old Scrabble game. You do? Hit the pause button. That was my mailman. And we got a package. If you saw the earlier video where we opened up the sports stuff, I had one other package coming from those guys. So I get to open this a little bit later on. I don't know if any of you guys really cared about that unboxing of random sports stuff, so I don't know if we'll do that on video or not, but if I come up with some cool stuff in there, I definitely will show you. But let's get back to the estate sale thrift haul. So we were showing, as my guy rolled up, Scrabble. We got an old Scrabble game. I've got to check. This could be 50s or 60s. I'm not positive. It didn't count the pieces. I'm gonna hope that they're all there. This could be a $15 or $20 thing eventually. If they're not all there, we'll sell the pieces by themselves, because you can part out Scrabble games. So did pick this up, not a terrible pickup, so that'll be all right. Next thing that we got, this thing, I know some people don't like dealing with it. I've never found one before at a sale, but there you go. We're gonna pull way back. There we go. We've got a vintage Ouija board. We do have the planchette with it. Very often it sounds like those things are missing. Unfortunately, we don't have the box. So that hurts the value, but these things do sell, and they sell pretty well. The planchette actually that came with this piece, I'll show you that here in a sec, that sold by itself for like 12 bucks, because sometimes people find these without the without that piece. So this will sell. I'll put a comp up over here to show you what it can go for. I'm assuming 15-20 bucks or so without the box. It could be 25 or 30 with the box, but this in very good vintage condition, so I think it'll move relatively quickly, as promised. There we go. We got the little planchette with it, and the little felt pads are all intact, so this is a good deal. Worst case, I sell this by itself and make 12 bucks. Okay, if things are new and they're in the package, look them up. It's got a barcode. Scan it with the eBay app. Super easy. Look at this thing. Not super exciting, right? It's an outside timer, but it's new. It's in the package, and these things sell very well. This thing's gonna make up like half the money that we spent just by itself. Very easy to ship. It might be under a pound. Worst case, it goes in a padded flat rate, and I pay $7.33, because it looks like most of these that sell are free shipping. So worst case, I pay $7.33 shipping, and I think we'll make, profit of like 10 bucks off of this. So keep an eye out for this sort of thing. It does sell. We got a couple of quantity listings at this as well. This thing, another that's not super high end, but we've got a quantity listing. It's going to be super easy to post, super easy to ship. This is, I think, vintage. I got to look. It's the Space Pen. This is a Fisher Space Pen, new in the package. I've got 3 of these things. So I'll put a comp up, just like everything else. We'll put a comp up over there. Whoa, sorry about that. We'll put a comp up over there and show you what I think they can go for. I don't think we're looking at anything crazy, but it was a steal of a deal. And like I said, I've got 3 of them. So I list 1, quantity 3, and I'm done. So I'm okay with making small amounts of money over and over and over. We're making this up. This is a volume game. So yeah, the Space Pen, there's a ton of different kinds of these. I'll have to look and see, just to make sure that I don't have some sort of rare version. I don't think I do. I think it's just your run-of-the-mill Space Pen. But it's a nice presentation. It's got this nice hard case on it. So I think this will sell pretty well. And we got one other thing that that is also vintage new in the box, and that's this thing. Executive letter opener. Again, a thing, I mean, you can tell it's not super high quality. It's made in Taiwan, but that's not the important thing. Made in Taiwan, that's the important thing. Solid brass, 24 karat plated gold. That's going to make this thing sell. Again, I have to look up and find an exact comp on this thing, see if I can, but my guess is this is probably about a $15 piece, and we got 2 of them. So again, small amount, but we're making up in volume. So keep an eye out for stuff like this. Now, this is a little bit of a lesson for you, as well as a cool pickup. I initially found this. This is the McDonald's shake maker. I'll put up a comp on the side here. I don't know if all the pieces are here, but I got this for 50 cents. So it didn't matter if they were all here, because I can part this thing out to other people that are trying to complete theirs. The vintage McDonald's sets, if you guys don't know, they can be really good money. Now, I don't have a box for this, just like the Ouija board, there's no box. So that hurts, unfortunately, but as you can see, some of the comps that have sold, they didn't have the box either. So we've got all the parts and pieces here. It's got the manual, which is a big deal. Initially, this is all I found, right? I found the pieces and I thought, well, okay, let's grab it. We'll see what we can do with that. But good news, check this out. When I went back through, I just cruised through the place just a second time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And that's when I found those jack-o'-lanterns, is on my second cruise through. And I also found this. This is the key component to the McDonald's shake maker. So now it may be complete. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's complete, but I have the actual machine. So now I'm either going to be able to part this thing out or sell it as near complete, worst case scenario. So only found this on the second run through because it wasn't immediately sitting next to it. They didn't realize that those pieces went with this. So, lesson for you, keep an eye out. Once you have gone through the whole thing, you think you found everything, it doesn't hurt to spend 3 more minutes. Just walk through the rooms again, scan the shelves, make sure you didn't miss anything. Let me show you what I think is the home run of the whole thing. I didn't know what this was. SurfLink Mobile. It was sitting in a room with a bunch of VHS, DVD, stuff like that. So I assumed it was, you know, something that had to do with the TV. So we flip this open, and you see right there, receiver in canal. That means it has something to do with hearing aid. So right away, I've sold some hearing aid stuff before a couple of times, and it sold really, really well and for good money. So that got me interested. So we kept looking, and we've got, well, there we go. SurfLink Mobile Operations Manual. Okay. This thing appears to be brand new or like new condition. I have to run through it. I've got to double check, but I'm going to put the comps up over here. I don't remember if there was, yeah, all the stuff underneath it. I think we might, yeah, see? I mean, we are, again, I have to run through the manual and make sure, find out what all comes with it to make sure that it's there. But just this piece sells very, very well. Look, there I am. Just this sells very well. So this alone is worth it. So how about that, huh? Those comps look pretty good. Even if I just sell that unit itself, if the stuff's not working, I'm going to do pretty well. Now, all this, some of this other stuff had prices on it. Not all of it did. We had it worked out to 15 bucks plus whatever that the hearing aid deal was going to be. I was a little nervous because she wasn't sure. The lady at the table wasn't sure. She didn't even know what it was. I explained to her that it had something to do with hearing aids, kind of a remote control type deal. Honestly, that's all I know. I don't know exactly what it is. And so somebody else went to check. They were looking for Jim. Where's Jim? I don't know. But Jim apparently knew how much that stuff was. And then she started talking to me about how expensive all the hearing aid stuff was for the woman who used to live at the house, knowing that it was very expensive. And he came back, apparently couldn't find Jim, and said, you know what, $5. And so I said, you know what, that's a deal. Let's do it. Making it even 20. The lady behind me in line started going, ooh, that's a great deal. I quickly said, you know what, let me give you this $20 bill. Let me put it in the box and let me get out of your way. I want to get out of your way so you can check out. I didn't want her talking that thing up. I wanted, you know, the man said $5. I said yes. So that's what we got at this estate sale today. And that's what I've got to show you. So it just goes to show, number one, take another trip around. You never know what you're going to find. Number two, this thing didn't look like a great sale in the ad. I didn't think that there was going to be anything fantastic there, and I think we're going to end up making pretty good money off all this stuff. So that's what we got today. I am going out tomorrow. There is another guy that was a reseller. He's kind of getting out of it, and I saw his post on one of the local Facebook groups. He had a whole bunch of clothes listed up and was trying to sell it. And so I shot him a message. We're not friends, but we're friendly. I mean, we know each other. And so he knows what I do. I know what he paid probably for all of that stuff, but it's some good stuff. He's got Patagonia, I think, in there. He's got some Woolrich. He's got some Nike Dry Fit, you know, like college team gear, stuff like that. So I'm going to go over there and see if we can make sort of a bulk deal. I don't love doing clothes, but he's already sort of curated the stuff, right? I mean, he's already found the good stuff and dug through it. So that part of it is done for me. I just have to do the posting and the processing and the selling. It's not ideal, but it's really good store filler for like windbreakers and stuff like that. There's a nice Notre Dame starter pullover that he's got in there, some vintage Disney. I just flipped through some of the photos. It looked like there was some good stuff, mostly bread and butter, $15 type items, but we'll see. I'll go over there, see if we can come up with a good deal. I don't know that I'm going to film in there, but we can run through the stuff afterwards, and I'll show you what we got. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I sure appreciate it. I'm going to go process some of this stuff and get some of this stuff listed, and we'll see you next time.